So I've been trying to talk about this. Juice WRLD just died yesterday, December 6th. So I'm going to talk about why he fucking died. I'm going to call this out. I'm going to report. So originally they reported that it was fucking seizures. That Juice WRLD, had seizures. But, when they got to him, he had blood running out of his mouth. And when they got to the hospital, they said, he was brought there because of a reported cardiac arrest. So putting this all together, they said he consumed pills, and when they landed, they were waiting for them to get there because they knew they had contraband. So they were searching for contraband, and that's when all the seizures and shit happened. So they're saying right now that it's probably what happened is he had a massive heart attack from the consumption of pills. But they did find a codeine bottle and other prescription drugs and 70 pounds of marijuana on the flight. So putting this all together, when you're in high altitude like that, your blood does thin. And when you take a bunch of Percocets, painkillers, Xanax and shit like that, as a person who, myself, I've done all of those things. I don't do it anymore. It never was addicted. It's just, grow up, just people I hung out. I was from Baltimore back now at KU. And just stupid shit I did back in the day. But you mix them with alcohol, makes you need just like a 40. Don't need that much. And codeine itself does have alcohol. So if you're mixing all that shit, your liver is going to go to shit. And it's going to go shit a lot quicker than just being an alcoholic. And everyone's different, so, could go to shit a lot quicker than others. So my theory, if he didn't just die from a heart attack from the consumption of large amount of pills, maybe he knew the feds were waiting for him there, and he was like, oh shit, we got to take all these pills, and he just fucking, from all the consumptions of pills. And I'm not into all this connecting songs and shit like that. That's just fucking music. But what I think happened is he probably took some, Percocets or Vicodin, Tylenol, any type of painkiller. Or maybe he just took Xanax. He could have taken Xanax. Because one thing that when your liver starts to go to shit, you do develop seizures, epilepsy. I know a friend who has liver damage, and he has epilepsy now from Xanax. And same thing when you try to cut Xanax. It's one of the withdrawals that does kill you. So I don't think he was withdrawn through anything because he has the money to buy the pills, and I don't think he would go through the pain of withdrawing like that. My theory is he took some painkillers, maybe drank some codeine, or maybe took some Xanax and drank some codeine, because codeine itself is a painkiller, but it has alcohol in it. And maybe drank some fucking alcohol in there. And his liver was already damaged, it was already hurting. And just that, with the altitude and the long flight, and it's a few hours, it was a long flight from Australia to Chicago, probably culmination, just fucking killed him. So you got your blood being thinner because you are in high altitude. You're taking Xanax, so you're already feeling kind of hazed and dazed. And then you're bringing in painkillers and alcohol. And you already probably have a liver damage. So my theory with that is his liver was going to shit, and by the time he arrived, he just had a massive heart attack because his body was shutting down, his organs were shutting down, his liver wasn't working, and he was so fucked up you couldn't really feel it. You know what I mean? You're on that many things, and boom, he just dropped there. It was a culmination of extended drug use that just killed it. I don't think at that point. I also think you could argue that yes, Lil Peep and Mac Miller took drugs with fentanyl in them. And maybe it'll come out that he did take drugs with fentanyl. I live next to a guy next door who I used to buy cocaine from who used to shoot up fentanyl, and he's still walking around. So my thing is, I think people know where they get their drugs and everything, and that's how it is. So I think his liver went to shit, or it was a health condition. There is more to this because he had blood running out of his mouth. He convulsed. He had convulsions, seizures, he had a heart attack. I just think it all goes into your liver going to shit and stuff like that. That's just my fucking theory, my 2 cents on that. Because you have to think about it. I've seen all these TikTok videos, I've seen all these things, but the autopsy is scheduled for Monday. We won't find this out probably till fucking Tuesday on what actually happened, which I'll probably make another video for this because it'd be fucking sick. But yeah, that's my thought on it. I just want to hear your guys' opinion on it. Please leave them down below. be really interested, hit that like button, subscribe. Check out other episodes of this podcast. So, guys, but peace out.